There are few things that are more important to a nation's economy than its infrastructure. Most Americans rely on public transport to get from point A to point B. Passenger rail plays an important role in that responsibility. That's why I'm pleased that Illinoisans have had a voice in one of the largest rail networks in the country, Amtrak. Something many people don't realize is that despite being a for-profit company, Amtrak is a government entity. Because of this, with the advice and consent of the Senate, the President has the power to appoint members to Amtrak's board. Just this week, we took action in the Senate. On Tuesday, the Senate voted to confirm the mayor of Normal, Illinois, Koos, to serve on the Amtrak Board of Directors, one of only 8 individuals appointed by the President at any one time to serve in such a role. Chris will take the post when former Macomb, Illinois Mayor Tom Carper departs. When Chris takes the baton from Tom, he'll be taking it from a giant in the history of Amtrak. Tom Carper, same name as our colleague from Delaware, is the longest-serving board member in Amtrak history. That is an amazing accomplishment and shows great personal sacrifice on his part to be part of this public responsibility. First nominated to the board of directors in 2007 under President Bush, Tom Carper joined the board in 2008, was elected as board chairman from 2009 until his term officially expired in 2013. Tom was then reappointed in 2013 under President Obama, and he served under 4 different presidents on the board of directors of Amtrak. During his tenure on the board, Tom championed issues important to Amtrak passengers across the nation. He prioritized ensuring service to underserved communities, benefiting local economies and improving safety and cybersecurity. While serving as chairman, Tom Carper took on critical responsibility coordinating the board and the CEO, making sure that Amtrak was responsive to the needs of its customers, the American public. Throughout his life, Tom took on many positions that show the kind of leader he really is. He was a small business owner from Macomb, Illinois, serving as the town's mayor for over 10 years, and then as director of the Regional Economic Development Plan. From these positions, Tom gleaned first-hand knowledge about economic development in the Midwest, knowledge he brought with him to Amtrak. Prior to that, Tom served our nation in the United States Army in both Thailand and Vietnam. Tom had an acute understanding of how passenger rail service could improve lives, and he used that knowledge to modernize our transportation system. Tom's a great leader and an even better person. In his role, he faithfully honored his Central Illinois roots and showed what Midwestern work ethic really looks like. I want to thank Tom Carper for his years of dedicated service to America's rail infrastructure. Every American who uses Amtrak owes Tom Carper a debt of gratitude. I wish Tom the best of luck in the next well-earned chapter of his life. Lucky for Illinois and our nation, our representation on Amtrak's board will continue with the mayor of Normal, Illinois, Koos. A committed leader, Chris has the longest-running term of any mayor in his city's history. It is only right that he'll be replacing Tom's record-breaking tenure on the Amtrak board. Chris' confirmation has been long awaited. He was first nominated in 2020. 2 years later, at my recommendation, President Biden renominated Chris to the Amtrak Board of Directors. After more than 3.5 years, finally, he was confirmed. Through no fault of his own, he was caught up in some, strategic planning in the future of the Amtrak board, but he finally got the job. The Midwest will be well represented with Chris Koos on the Amtrak board. He's been a powerful voice in Illinois transportation sector for years, and he has an intimate understanding of the importance of passenger rail to communities in Illinois, the Midwest, and across the country. Similar to Tom, Chris is a small businessman from a mid-sized community. He owns a business where he sells running shoes and bicycles. From movement on foot and bike to movement by rail, I think it's safe to say Chris has a passion for supporting people on the go. That passion will allow him to tackle the challenge of serving on Amtrak's board with grace, creativity, and intelligence. Chris will be a great asset when it comes to the future of Amtrak. I'm honored to call him a friend, and I congratulate him on this exciting new journey ahead. Leaders like Tom Carper and Chris Koos make me feel honored to represent the great state of Illinois. Mr. President, I yield the floor and suggest the absence of quorum.